This is Raif, and this is the portion of my project where I explain what I am doing. I decided to create two drink recipes, and the catch is they both include tonic water as their base. I wanted to change things up a bit, and because I know tonic water is definitely an acquired taste and a bit of a different flavor, I wanted to experiment with that and see how well it meshed with other sweet, savory, and spicy kinds of flavors. And the drinks that were born from that were the Quiverin' Quapple Juice and the Cream Quapple Colada. As you can see, I really like fruit flavors a lot, and I like combining fruit flavors to make a drinks. And so in this instance, I thought, hey, why don't I combine these fruit flavors, these sweeter sort of and sometimes spicier notes with this kind of sweet bitterness of tonic water? It's kind of hard to explain. It's something you definitely have to taste for yourself. And because of that, um, I'm actually going to be uh, making many copies of these recipes so you guys as an entire class could make them and try them at home if you so please. And if you get any other ideas, you could also use the ones I created as inspiration and see if you could create any other interesting flavors. But yeah, that's the general concept of my project. And in this video, I show you how to make each one and the ingredients that are involved. And that's basically the basis of my project. And moving on, I guess I would like to explain that I got my idea because I've become increasingly interested in the art of mixology and mixing different flavors to create a singular flavor that's really good, that makes you want to come back. I find a lot of merit in that, and I find that it brings a lot of people together as well. I would say my greatest helper in my creative project was definitely my mother. She provided a lot of interesting ideas and interesting concepts, and a lot of my ideas were sort of jump started by her making some suggestions and hints. And I really appreciate her for that because she really was a big supporter of this project and my idea for it. It was extremely difficult for me to decide what I would do for this project because I had been waffling back and forth between a few different ideas, including the one I actually did for the project and a renovation project with my dad, and then there was also wanting to paint for a while. All of those sort of were bouncing around, but I eventually decided to settle on it once I realized it would have been more supported than I had thought. And it was just so difficult because there are so many things that I could see myself doing, but this one was one I wanted to test out because I haven't really dabbled much in it. The most difficult challenge in this project was actually putting together ingredients that would actually taste good. I think the whole point of it was that I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could take such a strange ingredient like tonic water and combine it with other ingredients that are generally accepted in already existing drinks. I think that's a really important aspect of it. And now that I've completed this, I have other ideas maybe of other drinks I'd want to create in the future, maybe a bit more in depth, maybe with a bit more, I guess granular naming styles. I think I could really do a lot with this, and I'm hopeful to see where I could take this sort of interest of mine in the future. This is Rafe, and my personal creative project is creating three new fall themed drinks, and all of them have a base of tonic water. That's sort of my spin on it. And so here's my first drink. This one's called Quiverin' Quapple Juice, and it's called that because the qui sound in the Quiverin' and Quapple reference the quinine, which gives a tonic water its distinctive bitter flavor. Here's the demonstration for you. All right, so our ingredients that we're going to start out with is 3 ounces of tonic water, 3 ounces of apple juice, a splash of chai tea, a pouch of black hot cinnamon tea, and some sugar, cinnamon, and cloves all mixed together. The first step is going to be to rim your glass with the sugar, cinnamon, clove mixture. So you just roll it around in the glass, make sure it catches as much of it as I can on the side, similar to sort of a margarita. And after that's done, you'll begin the process. So first, the tonic water is poured in. And then follows the apple juice. And then there's a splash of chai. And then you add the black cinnamon tea pouch, and you'll have to stir it for a little bit just to incorporate the flavor. The more you do it, the more the black tea cinnamon sort of flavor will be incorporated into the mix. And once that stirring is done, we'll give it a try. It's got a very sweet flavor with a bit of a bitter twist at the end due to the tonic water, but that's exactly what I was looking for in combining these flavors, sort of adding a bitterness to the sweetness and providing for a very seasonal kind of fall type drink. This is Quivering Quapple Juice. Thanks. Hello everyone, this is Raif again, and here I am making my second and final drink. I know I had originally said I was going to do 3, but I decided to settle on 2 just due to the amount of supplies that I needed and what I needed to buy and whatnot. And so this second drink is called the Cream Quapple Colada, and it also includes a base of tonic water, just as my Quivering Quapple Juice did. And here we go. So the ingredients for this Cream Quapple Colada is tonic water, of course, about 2 ounces, 3 ounces of milk, an ounce of apple juice, or pineapple juice, that is, and then an ounce of apple juice, apple and pineapple. And so basically all of these are mixed together and stirred, or shaken if you prefer that, with ice. And it comes together to create quite an interesting flavor. And here I will demonstrate. So you pour the tonic water in first, as always, as it's your base. You'll then add your milk. You'll see it definitely dilute it. And it seems strange to pour milk into something water-like for sure, but trust me, it's pretty good. So then you'll do that. Then you'll put in your pineapple juice. And then you'll put in your apple juice. And this is quite a simple drink. It's a little simpler than my previous one, but it's delicious nonetheless. And so now I will get a spoon. And I will stir this one up. Make sure it gets stirred pretty well to incorporate all the flavors in there. And if you prefer it on ice, you could also add ice to it or shake it. And let's give it a taste. It's got a nice, smooth, kind of warm flavor to it. You could definitely taste the pineapple and the apple juice are definitely in the front, and along with the creaminess of the milk. The milk is more so there for the creaminess and the texture rather than the flavor, although it does help with the flavor. And there's a ever so slight bitterness to the taste in the background due to the tonic water, which is perfect because it creates a really nice balance. Excellent drink, and it is called the Cream Quapple Colada, and I will have recipes for both of my drinks that I will create on Word and share with the class if you would like to create these drinks and maybe even get some own ideas of your own in regards to what you want to mix together and make. Thank you.